What's up, everybody? It's been a minute since you guys have seen me on the YouTube. So last week I was traveling. I was working with our dealer rep Frank. We were going through around the Raleigh area, going to meet with some dealers. And then the week before, I got a really bad sinus infection. I was sick, kind of down for a few days, did some office work. And then as the weekend came on and I was actually going to do some work before I went to Raleigh, it rained the whole weekend, so I couldn't do anything. So kind of been out of it here for a minute, but it's Monday, finally back in town, finally back at it. So we got a ton of things to do this week, so we're gonna get back at it. So let's take a look at what we've got and we'll get started. All right, out here with the 120 and got the TMC Kinsella mulching head, got the TWF 180. And so I got this lot here. It's about an acre-ish that we've got to get mowed down. I've been maintaining this lot for a while. If you guys remember way back in the day, about 5 years, maybe 6 years ago, I cut this lot, probably, yeah, 5-ish years ago. This was the 1 acre nightmare lot. And man, I mean, this thing was overgrown when I cut this thing the first time. I came in here with the old John Deere and the MTL brush cutter and mowed this down, and I've been maintaining it ever since. So got it looking good. So came over here with the mulcher because of a couple of reasons. One, I already had the mulcher hooked up, and two, because this lot borders this road down here and also this bank and everything, having the mulcher is just a lot safer with this door on it and everything. It just works a lot better to mow this down. And when I go that way during my runs and I point towards the road, I don't have to worry about throwing stuff out into the road or into this bank parking lot or whatnot. So I really enjoy this for doing some bush hogging work. It does a great job. So as always, if you guys are interested in getting one of these mulchers, you can contact my friends over at CCE Equipment. They're a full-line dealer for all this awesome TMC Kinsella stuff. There's a link and a phone number in the description below, and you can use the promo code IDIGIT. Also, good news, we've got several other TMC Kinsella dealers on board now. So if you guys are looking to get TMC equipment, we've got several other dealers on board. Let me look at my list here. Lashley Kubota in Lithonia, Georgia is one of our dealers now, as well as Ozark Ag Repair in Versailles, Missouri, and Cahiba Tractor in Pelham, Alabama. So if you guys are in those areas and they happen to be one of your dealers, or you're just in that area and that dealer is near you and you're looking at TMC stuff, they can hook you up. So more stuff to come, but for now, let's go and get to work. All right, I'm gonna make a couple passes around and then we'll start doing some rows, get this edge cleaned up. That's falling right there to my right. That fell sometime since the last time I mowed this lot. Don't know when that was. Who knows? We scurry out of this lot today. It's typically a lot. That turtle in that last video where I was working down there by the river, I didn't even see that until you guys mentioned it in the comments. They're like, oh, there's a turtle that ran. I was like, what in the world? I never even saw that little dude even when I was editing the footage. Never saw him. Thanks for pointing that out. I would have never known. time. Stuff grows back and makes a mess. Backjack this front right here. I'm not going to backjack this whole lot, but I'm going to do the front part right here just so that transition looks nice and clean. That looks nice. That looks lovely. This lot over here for years and years and years, and it finally sold. Couldn't believe it. Someone finally bought it. I don't know who it was. There's the property lines, I guess, right there. We have the surveyor over here. Right here fell out of this tree. We need to trees and get whatever I missed on that first lap around, and then we'll come over here behind me and start making some runs, get this cleaned up. All right, homies, that is the fact on that. Got it done. Can't believe we didn't have no hawk show up and try to snatch a mouse. Usually when I'm out here mowing these lots, we have a mouse or a hawk show up and try to snatch a mouse or a rabbit. I didn't see any rabbits. Did see quite a few field mice, but yeah, this turned out well. A lot of people don't think you can, or never think about using a mulcher for doing bush hog work. Now I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't go out here when I was doing this and do this whole 5, or what, this was like 3.5 acres, you know, with that really thick grass. And the brush cutter is obviously better. It does leave a little bit better finish. But one thing I do like about this, the mulcher over the brush cutter on this particular lot, well, obviously having the door and working next to these streets and the bank over here with the parking lot, but also when you're coming through these trees through here, having this shorter, you know, the brush cutter sticks out 5 or 6 feet in front of the skid steer, and when you're trying to weave through these trees, it's a lot harder when you have a wheelbase of the machine that's a lot longer with that brush cutter sticking out. This mulcher doesn't stick out that too far, and then you can just weave through the trees and weave around them. It's also a lot easier to raise it up and tilt it back and kind of cut around the trees and clean them up a little bit. I'll try to do that here and there when I come through here, but the only thing it does with this grass is it leaves these clumps behind like that if you don't back drag it. But for these lots, these are just vacant commercial lots. The owners don't care, the city doesn't care, and if the owners don't care about it and the city doesn't care about it, then I don't care about it. So they don't care that there's a couple little lumps of grass in here. The owners could care less and the city could care less, so I don't worry about it. So it leaves a good enough finish for the owners and for the city to consider this mowed, so we're good. Everything's good to go. So that was fun. So again, love this mulcher. It has so many different uses. I've used it for so many things, and just having the door on here makes this thing just so versatile that I love it. It's about getting time for a tooth change. The teeth are getting pretty worn down, so I got another set of teeth at the shop, and I'll probably do what I did before, is just change out the middle ones, and then I'll take these ones that are in the middle and put them over to the sides, because the ones on the sides are getting really worn out. So yeah, that'll work. But got this done, looks good. And yeah, so I'll be back with the mega mower. We're gonna be hooking up the mega mower, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna call this owner right now. I'm not mowing any of this anymore, it doesn't look like, but I still got this little acre-ish over here that's not been sold, so I need to call that owner and let him know we're gonna be doing that. And I got a couple other jobs we need to do with the mega mower, plus a new one, you guys. We got a new job that we're going to be taking on. I'm going to try to do that one tomorrow with the mega mower. We got 3 acres to bush hog or brush cut, so stay tuned for that, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye everybody.